everybody. This Jing video is to show you how you can color code your gradebook. If I get time in the same 5 minutes that Jing will allow, I'll also show you the percentages. But you can see here, I'm just in one of my classes that's currently running, so obviously this is confidential information. But as you scroll over, you can see I have mine color coded. And I like to use it because it is a flag for me, and it shows me, obviously, if there's a yellow dot there, it's something they've either handed in late, or in some cases, I know that they're working on something and they had something happening at home. It's a flag for me to go back and check their work as they've turned it in. But the color coding is a flag for me, so I can kind of make sure I know where people are at just a very quick glance. And I have mine set up. I think I have mine, well, we'll find out. So you go up here to manage, and this is earlier when I just gave us the overview of gradebook. You can go in here and manage all kinds of different things. Here it's just the color codes, grading color codes. And I have mine enabled. I think the default is for it not to be enabled, so you'll have to click on that. Color coding options, in progress, needs grading, or exempt. So maybe you just want to color code things that still need to be graded. So it's a flag for you to say, oh, I better get in and get that graded. For me, I just want to know how they're doing. The percentages part reinforces that, but it's still a good visual reminder for me. I'm a very visual learner. So when you go to the grade ranges, this is how I have mine set up. I have mine less than 70%. So anything that's less than 70% is going to get flagged with a color. You can have it more than or equal to or between. So maybe you have a range, you'd prefer that. And you click on your background color. You can, choose whatever color you like there. I think I've got mine in this orangey color here. And then you'll be able to see the text color. You can pick your text color. I just have mine in black. And you just hit submit. Now, you can do more than one color. I've seen some people that it looks like a rainbow in their gradebook. And you can see anything that's under 70% or less than 70% is got an orange color. So you can also do, when you go back to color grading schemes, like I said, I've seen people that have theirs that look like a rainbow. Let's say you want to add a criteria. You want to have more than one criteria. You just click on add criteria. Let's say I want to do between, let's say 90 and 100%. So I'm looking at where my A students are, or roughly A students. And I'm going to say, let's do a different color. I got orange going on, so let's do a nice bright green. And I do like the black text. And I said, okay, let's give that a try. Now let's see what's going on in my gradebook as it loads. Ooh, got lots going on now. So now you can see where people are at with, your A students, your 90 percentile group. And there are instructors that actually have their classes set up so they know they're the 90 percentile, the 80 percentile, because you can keep adding criteria. I'm not so worried about that. I'm more worried about where my other people are. So let's say I go in and say, well, I don't really like that. Or you didn't like a color. You can just delete the criteria. Oops, I don't want to delete that one. Cancel. Delete the criteria in green. So now look, I can just go back to the way that I had it. So you can always delete something. You can always go back and edit it, add a criteria. It's very simple to work with. And I've just found that it's a visual cue for me to double check on these folks. And then, you can send them an email. You can send an email right through your grade book. If I remember right, is it through here? Or, yeah, email user. So let's say, I look at one of this and say, well, okay, it looks like Jen got her stuff turned in. I can send her an email right from here, email user and say, or I guess I clicked on Eric's or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You can email them right through the grade book then and say, listen, I see that, you maybe struggled with this assignment. Maybe we should talk about what you didn't understand. So all kinds of things you can do right through the grade book. I'll come back in another Jing then, and I'll show you how to do the percentages, how to create this percentage column. So there, now have fun with your grade book and throw out some color.